Today, we're cracking the code on a topic that is absolutely make or break for any fintech company: your go-to-market strategy. This is the playbook, the thing that separates the runaway successes from the brilliant ideas that just fizzle out. So let's get right into why this is a matter of survival.
But first, to really get why this strategy is so critical, we've got to face a pretty tough truth about the fintech world. The competition is absolutely brutal, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
Take a good look at this number: 70%. It's a bit of a gut punch, right? According to industry analysis, that is the staggering percentage of fintech startups that fail. And get this, it's not usually because their product is bad or they run out of money. The number one reason is a weak, ineffective go-to-market plan.
So that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If a fantastic product by itself isn't enough to guarantee success, what is? Well, the answer is having a smart, powerful, and really well-executed plan from day one.
And this is where the go-to-market, or GTM strategy, comes into play. You should really think of it as the master blueprint for your entire launch and all your future growth. It's the essential bridge between just having a product and actually building a real, thriving business around it.
So what is a GTM strategy, really? Put simply, it's your game plan for winning over the right customers. It answers the most basic but most important questions. Who are we actually selling to? How are we going to reach them? And what is it about us that makes them their only real choice? If you nail this, it becomes your roadmap to making a serious impact.
And listen, for fintech in particular, this is not just some nice-to-have corporate exercise. It's flat-out essential. The financial world is jam-packed with competitors and drowning in regulations. A solid GTM plan forces you to get crystal clear on your audience, nail your pricing, and, this is a big one, navigate all those complex compliance rules. It gives you a clear path to cut through all the chaos.
Okay, so how do you actually build one of these? A great GTM strategy isn't just one monolithic idea. It's more like a structure built from 6 core components. Let's break them down one by one.
First up, market research. This is the foundation for everything else. And I'm talking about more than just running a few surveys. It's about becoming completely obsessed. Obsessed with your customers' biggest financial headaches. Obsessed with what your competitors are doing. And more importantly, what they're not doing. You know, a neobank that launches without deeply understanding why people are fed up with big banks is a neobank that's pretty much guaranteed to fail. Next up, your unique selling proposition, or USP. In a sea of financial apps that all kind of look the same, your USP is your lifeboat. It's that sharp, simple, and powerful answer to the question, why should I choose you? Maybe it's Wise, promising radically lower and more transparent fees for international transfers. Or maybe it's Chime, offering to get you your paycheck 2 days early. It has to be specific, and it has to solve a real nagging problem.
Third is positioning. This is all about owning a specific piece of real estate in your customer's mind. Are you the premium, sophisticated choice, like an Amex? Or are you this simple and accessible for everyone choice, like Cash App? Once you figure that out, every single piece of communication, from your ads to the welcome screen in your app, has to scream that same identity.
Now for the engine room, sales and marketing. This is how you turn all that strategy into actual paying customers. And you need to attack it from multiple angles. You might use content marketing, say writing helpful blog posts about investing, to build trust and authority. At the same time, you could be running a referral program that turns your first 1,000 users into your most passionate salespeople.
Component number 5 is pricing. And let me tell you, this is one of the absolute trickiest balancing acts in all of fintech. If you price too high, you're going to scare people away. But if you price too low, you risk signaling that your product isn't valuable or you just burn through your cash. Your price is a direct statement about the value you deliver.
In the fintech space, you're typically going to see one of 3 main pricing models. You've got the classic subscription model, which is great for software and budgeting tools. Then there's commission-based, like how payment gateways take a tiny slice of every transaction. And finally, you have freemium, a really powerful model for consumer apps, where you give the basic features away for free to get a ton of users, then offer juicy upgrades for a price.
And finally, the last piece of the puzzle, your distribution plan. How does your amazing product actually get into your customers' hands? For a lot of folks, the obvious answer is the app stores, but you got to think bigger. What about a strategic partnership with a community bank? That could give you instant credibility and access to their entire customer base overnight. Your distribution channel isn't just a delivery truck, it's a huge strategic choice.
Now, it is so important to remember that a one-size-fits-all GTM strategy just doesn't exist. You have to tailor your plan specifically to who you're selling to. Is it other businesses, or is it directly to everyday consumers?
The focus shifts dramatically. If you're selling B2B, let's say it's a new payroll system for companies, you're focused on solving a complex business problem. That usually means longer sales cycles, and it's all about building deep relationships and trust. But for B2C, say a mobile investing app, it's all about speed. You have to solve an individual's problem quickly and build brand trust with millions of people at once. Two totally different ballgames.
And all of this, every single component we've talked about, it all leads to the single most important rule in this entire game. It's a principle that every single successful founder lives by: strategy before scale.
So here's the bottom line. A brilliant product is the spark, for sure. But a well-defined GTM strategy? That's the fuel that actually builds the fire. Without that plan locked in, even the most amazing, innovative idea can just run out of steam. You absolutely have to get your strategy right before you hit the accelerator and try to scale.
And that's really the question I want to leave you with. In a market where we know 70% of companies fail for this exact reason, is your product truly so revolutionary that it can succeed without a plan? It's something to really think about.